just to appreciate you, of course, CEO Ramin, and of course SVP Sanaz for being here with us on the call tonight. We of course do have one other special guest who'll be joining us. Of course, they're just trying to figure out how to get onto this call at the moment. But of course, CEO Ramin, before we get started, talking about the 21 years of Opulence and the 8 years of Fountain of Life, the new chapter opening in Australia and New Zealand. Do you want to share a quick few words before we dive into this, CEO Ramin?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, tonight I just want to spend a lot of time with our Australian family. Not so much on the PowerPoint. We'll make sure to go through that very quickly, because tonight's about us getting to know each other, and then it's just nice being here. Not too long ago, about a year ago, and we were recommended. A gentleman who's a CEO, very, very prominent, 30 plus years. And he reached out to us, and we've been in touch. And very quickly, we knew that he was somebody that we wanted to have part of our team. And that's he's going to meet him today. And then I was delighted to find out that he actually lived in Australia. Now, that's not what we hired him for, because I know that he's, in his background, he did a lot of work in Southeast Asia. We have a very strong presence, Opulence in Southeast Asia. And so he was just very excited. What he saw with Opulence, he'd never seen in his 30 plus years. And we got more excited that he said that he wanted to actually build Australia. It's amazing. So I started looking, I asked for stats. I said, well, who do we have in Australia? And I was, surprised, although there's no meetings or anything going on. Of course, we always see Joy. Samuel always comes up for everything. But we had about over 100 registered people still in Australia, and who buy products. And we haven't had a meeting there in 15 years. It's amazing. And there's no one actually doing calls and stuff. So I thought, that's amazing. And so it was just absolutely delighted to be here. I went to Australia and went to see the kangaroos, and went to Perth. We got a big presidential suite, and I did a big Inspired or Expired, one of the nicest episodes I've done. And we had a very sharp group over there, and we didn't have anything that we have today. We had the original fashion line. In 2015, this is I think after Australia, we did our 10th anniversary, which is the largest fashion show in Canada. FERI on the runway, 1,800 people on the stands, 85-foot runway, all the media that was there. And I think we have one lady came from Australia for that, because I know, because she's in our video on the FERI in the runway, and forget her name now. So in any event, I think we're excited to relaunch this. We have not just a local support now. We have a very seasoned, highly respected, very high with the DSA standing in one of the best we could possibly found. And him and I are old school, Mr. David Raphael, and he's going to be, he said, hey, look, we could build Australia. And he led this whole thing. He says, give me the list. We've been planning for this. And I didn't have to be on this call. There's plenty of talent on this call. We have multimillionaires, we have seasoned CEOs, we have, high-ranking partners here. But I said, no way, I need to be on this call just to say hello. I don't care if there was one person on the call. This is a big deal. And so I just want to say hello, see who's here, and glad to see the crowd is gathering up. So with that, I see Mr. David Raphael just joined us. Hello, David.
Ramin, hi, how are you? Sorry I'm so late. Technology is wonderful when it works.
No worries. We have a full slide for you, and we're going to give you lots of time to speak at the end. We want to keep you the best for the end, so to finish up with a flash. So if Renee, we want to really zoom through this quick.
Well,
I really want to
spend
spend
people to hear from David as well, so I'm gonna zoom through this as
yeah.
quick as possible. All right, so
All right. So anyone else that wants to, so Naz, did you want to say hello to our Australian team?
Absolutely. Kia ora. I hope everyone is doing amazing. And of course, a good night, good morning to everybody. I know we got different people from different parts of the world. Like our CEO said, we got so many seasoned professionals on this call. I think I just want to say we are really, really excited for basically the next decade to come. The last 2 decades have been absolutely incredible, building a lot of solid infrastructure, a lot of growth. Happy anniversary to us. We just celebrated 21 years of success, 21 years of momentum, 21 years of growth and distribution and expansion. And our communities are loving our products. It's really amazing. I'm really, really excited. I've actually never been to New Zealand or Australia. That is one of the continents that I need to visit. And David Raphael has promised that, we're going to build a great thing. I'm really, really excited to have him on, part of our team, an absolute seasoned veteran, like you said earlier on, CEO, who's brought so much amazing knowledge, passion, experience, and bringing momentum to that part of the world. So I'm really, really excited. Of course, Ronan has got his team that is super excited. There's new blood, there's OG blood, as I call it. So a lot of great stuff happening. Of course, having LD4 multi-million-dollar earner Renee Liao as a part of your upline. My goodness, that's a bonus. So just want to say hello. I want to say happy anniversary to us. Get ready for the next decade. And I'll pass it on, of course, to Renee and, of course, everyone else. And David to take over the call. Hello, Samuel. I see your message. Hello, Joy. Hello, everybody. Over to you, gents.
Wonderful. Again, Sanaz, we
Sanaz.
truly
Thank you.
appreciate your time. You are so busy. Yet again, you're taking the time to be with your Opulence Global family. And so, absolutely.
So about this video, team, before we play it, this was a grand opening of our new world-class headquarters. When we built this, planned to build this 2.5 years ago, it took 18 months to build it. Not only we took the top building in the entire GTA, which, by the way, GTA Toronto, Greater Toronto Area, it's the second largest metropolitan North America. This was actually the world Canadian headquarters for Bose Music. As you know, Bose is a very luxury company to begin with. We took the building, we crashed it down to zero, not the building interior, and we built something that I said before we built, we're going to build something that doesn't exist in Dubai, Paris, or Milan. And we've done that. So this video is called Discover Opulence. It was a grand opening. 14 government officials were there, mayor, deputy mayor, everybody was there. And you'll see the class and style, hence the name Opulence. Take us home. Now, before, Renee, when you guys played the video, we couldn't hear the sound. Hopefully that it works this time.
I actually already enabled the sound option, so it should be loud and clear. And I also want to add that, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you probably saw it on social media, but we also won the biggest possible award, which is the Mayor's Award for this beautiful, gorgeous new world headquarters. So please, everyone, enjoy the video, and here we go.
Thank you for mentioning that.
You're very welcome, sir.
to be here, continuing to make Richmond Hill home, and frankly, continuing to put Richmond Hill on the map all across the world.
Goosebumps every single time I see that video. And of course, be proud. This is your company, our home. And of course, moving along here to the next.
Before you move along, this, if it doesn't get everyone on this call to go, wow, I don't know what's going to make them go, wow, because literally anyone that's seen our old showroom, which was really impressive, this is this is insane. So I love this video. Please
The best
continue.
part is we have some multi-million-dollar earners in network marketing. I'm talking tens of millions earned. We got them looking at our company with this video. So when he send this is a prospecting video. When he send this video out to anyone, especially top earners MLM, you get a response back saying, this is MLM, because there's nothing like this in the entire industry. So this is a video they'd be sending out to everybody as an opener. Go ahead.
Absolutely. That video, you want to have it on your bookmark favorites, and be blast, to every single person that you know. So again, for those who don't know, of course, from back then, from our previous company called Global Wealth Trade, we've now rebranded into what's called Opulence Global. And our mission today, of course, on top of the beautiful fashion that we have, is what we call the Safe Home Revolution. And the goal is to simply remove the harmful ingredients from your everyday products. And now, of course, we have the highest quality made natural products from skincare line, anti-aging, personal care, oral care, of course, health and wellness. And we all have the highest degree of certification. Again, Health Canada is one of the most toughest countries in the world for product approvals. And we have the highest level within the NPN certificates, of course, for our beautiful products here. So, really what we've done here is use two of the most sought after, most powerful ingredients in our collection. One, of course, is called the micro silver technology. It's from Germany with 85 patents. And we also, of course, have the very famous now Norwegian spruce tree extract that we call the fountain of life. And to top it off, we also have now the marine collagen peptides. So you can see here we have our anti-aging beauty skincare line. Now, the micro silver is very special because what it does is during COVID, everyone was using alcohol sprays, for sanitizing, and the alcohol was damaging their skin. If you have alcohol in your mouthwash, it's bad for your teeth and your gums. And of course, if you have fluoride in your toothpaste, it's linked to lower IQ in children. And so we removed all of these harmful ingredients and put the micro silver. So you have the world's most powerful, most effective toothpaste, mouthwash, mouth spray, cleanser, of course, an amazing lotion as well too. And of course, we also do have our personal care line as well, which is our shampoo, body wash, and conditioner. But of course, the big one is our trio of health. We have, of course, our collagen line, Divine, and also the Fountain of Life. Rona, can you hear me okay? I was getting some comments to.
I can hear you incredible. I want everyone that knows me 12 years ago and 10 years ago to look at my face. This is easily to see. Look, this is insane. This is those three. Oh, I love them. The cleanser, the night, the day serum. And truthfully, I still use the eye serum. And I'm in love with it because being at my age, and if you look at most people my age, they're cramped, this is one of my favorite love, because I know all the time we talk about fountain of life and the collagen and the divine, which is really what makes the whole machine internally works incredible. But I think most of us are also at certain ages very conscious to how we look, how our face look, how our teeth looks, our gums, our hair, our scalp. And the Safe Home Revolution is just magical in that attribute. If you haven't tried it and you're on this call, get on the Safe Home Revolution. You won't recognize your body and yourself in 3 years from now, 2 years. Incredible.
Renee, let me interrupt. We can hear you, but your volume is much lower. You can increase your volume, please. And Mr. Raphael, David, you are upside down in the video.
Jazz, you know what? I've got some issues with my video.
I'm sorry.
I've got Ivy on the other line, but I
He's
wouldn't
so
mind because I've
excited
got
he's
my
hanging
Aussie
off the
t-shirt
roof.
on. I want you guys to see me. But look, yeah, technology is
Okay.
wonderful when it works. I'm working on it.
No problem. I'm actually
David, I
trying.
thought you were gonna say you're so excited you're hanging off the roof.
Not yet, not yet.
So
But
I'm
I've
just
got
going
my
to
Aussie t-shirt on, but no one can see me, sadly. So another time, eh?
I'm just going to quickly reshare my screen because I think the option I chose to play the video ended up lowering my own volume. So hopefully I do sound a bit
I
louder now.
actually think your volume and Ronan's was perfect. So I think we
Okay.
need to, yeah, I'm hearing everything okay.
Okay,
The
thank you so
sound of
much.
the video was good. Everything else has been good. But David Raphael is hanging from the ceiling.
We'll have
Yeah,
to
I'm a
change
bit
that
of an
camera
acrobat,
upside down.
Sunaz, yeah.
So of
I,
course, you know,
I
everyone.
go ahead, Renee.
No, thank you so much. Yeah, 'cause, you know, I really want to have everyone get a chance to meet David Raphael, of course, our incredible new addition to the team, and want to sort of fly through these slides here. But of course, you know, everything that we do in Canada, made in Canada, has to be the highest degree of quality, GMP certified in every single process step, from packaging, testing, everything is the highest possible. And of course, you know, the number one, go-to product for a lot of people is, of course, a Fountain of Life lime. Over 1.5 million bottles sold now in 141 countries. And if you don't know what the Fountain of Life is, just you have to learn more about it. But in short, it's the world's most powerful plant antioxidant. It does so many things here. And in short, after the last now 8 years of having this in the marketplace, we have a Facebook page that has now thousands upon tens of thousands of customer testimonials. Everything you can think of from A to Z, external and internal. And of course, but we do have, of course, the NPN level 3, which is less than 1% of all the products in Canada have this classification level, which means that, we can actually, these are all clinically proven things here. Level 1 and 2, you can't make claims on those products, but we have level 3. So protecting your heart health, reducing hot flashes, balancing your hormones, lowering your body weight, improving your metabolism, DNA protection, fantastic for type 2 diabetes and improving your hair health, decrease colon cancer risk and breast cancer risk and prostate health as well too. And what's incredible is that our product here can actually get through the blood-brain barrier. So it's fantastic for dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. And we have all these studies now for anxiety, stress, depression, even autism for children too. And most importantly, it's anti-inflammatory. So as you can know, anything with itis, vasculitis or arthritis, this product here targets inflammation. Inflammation is a leading cause of many diseases here. And so it's an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. It has antimicrobial properties, antibacterial properties, antiviral, antifungal. It does a lot of things in just one little bottle. And of course, we also have our next Starship line, which is called our Divine. We basically source 6 of the most sought after ingredients in the marketplace and put them all into one beautiful, well portioned actually capsule. We have the maritime pine bark extract, glutathione, grapeseed extract, zinc, vitamin C, and vitamin D. And we use the highest quality possible of every single ingredient. And by the way, if you were to go and purchase some of these ingredients by themselves somewhere online, it would cost you, combining them all together, probably $1,000. And here we made it very, very cost effective by combining them all into one beautiful capsule called Divine. Okay. And Ronnie, you want to share something as well too?
About Divine, one thing that I love the most, if I'm wrong, we have experts such as Jasmine to correct me, but one of the unique factors about Divine is actually the capsule itself. It's made out of seaweeds, 2 different types of seaweeds. It breaks and brings a much, much higher level absorption into where we need to get those raw materials, those multivitamins and glutathione. And most people don't really know that factor, so it helps to know that because that separates us from most multivitamins out there. Not only that we can outsource the highest level raw material because we need much smaller amounts, we can combine them into one tablet, and that is phenomenal. Like everything we do in Opulence Global, it is beyond anything out there in the market. It costs a fortune, but I guess our CEO and SVP always puts humanity health beyond cost. And somehow they figure out how to bring it to us in very, very, very low pricing for what it's value.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so again, you have got to try all these incredible products here. And again, Divine has its own massive benefits to helping to maintain and regulate your immune system, benefiting again the heart health, improving your skin, boosting brain function and memory. Now, of course, for the gentleman here to improve erectile dysfunction is a very bonus property there. Supports collagen formation. And get this, it also helps to improve the absorption of other antioxidants. So when people combine the use of Fountain of Life along with Divine, they have just incredible, incredible results. Again, promoting diabetic health, aids in vision maintenance, supports your respiratory function, your gut health, and really important is your liver and cell detoxification. Okay. Now, of course, the other part of the trio of health is called Arctic Vita, and this is actually our really popular. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Voice comes in twos. Excuse me. I'm having too much fun here. But of course, it's our Arctic Vita collagen line. And in short, our collagen line here is a collagen peptide. So they're very, very small collagen that absorb right into, of course, your system. And we have four different flavors. We have chocolate, wild berry, vanilla, and one that actually is a coffee, sort of a coffee collagen for like a creamer. And we actually use wild caught marine collagen, and most collagen in the marketplace only sell you type 1 collagen. There are five different types of collagen. You know, you have your eyes and your hair and your skin and your joints and your bones. We do all five types within our collagen line here. And we've added the most incredible other ingredients into this to make it the most effective collagen product you can ever buy in the marketplace here. And you can see that, you know, there's just so many benefits here, from superior bioavailability. It just works so quickly, helps to prevent biotin deficiency, can enhance your skin elasticity, a great source of all of the amino acids, right? Supports joint health and reduces osteoarthritis related pain. Fantastic for nail and hair and overall resilience. It can also speed up the recovery times after you exercise. For a lot of athletes or people who are very active, like myself and my sons, this is a fantastic product to have. Again, it's ideal for athletes because it helps to reduce exercise-induced joint pain. Again, if you do a lot of working out and muscle building, it aids in muscle recovery. And more importantly, again, for a lot of the Asian community, we love collagen because it maintains that youthful skin hydration and elasticity to keep you looking young absolutely for as long as possible. Okay. And so again, here are the different flavors. So you can see here that in the flavored versions, we also added hyaluronic acid, biotin, zinc, vitamin C, vitamin A, and of course, inulin. So this is a jam-packed, most advanced collagen line you can literally buy in the marketplace here. Now, however, for the unflavored one here, and that's meant to go in your coffee, so it's a lot hotter. We don't put the vitamins into the unflavored one because vitamins can't really survive, of course, in very boiling water. But we have, of course, organic MCT oil, coconut water, and of course, inulin. And by the way, I must mention at the bottom left logo on each of the bags here, you'll see this thing called peptin. And peptin basically is the most best source of collagen peptides you can buy in this planet. And in fact, it's so good that Olympic athletes also use this brand as well too. Okay. And so we kind of talked a little bit about micro silver. And again, in short, there's nano silver and there's clado silver. Those can be a bit dangerous because they can't absorb into your bloodstream, turn your skin gray. We have what's called micro silver BG, where every particle is exactly 10 microns in size. So it can never absorb and change the color of your skin. If you were to swallow our toothpaste, there's no fear. It just goes through your system and leaves the system here. And again, we have over 85 patents in our micro silver BG. And so, of course, it's antimicrobial, it's antiviral, it's anti-inflammatory, microbiome friendly. And the really cool thing is that during COVID time, by the way, my sons never went to school without the microsilver sterling lotion because once you put it on your hands, okay, as you're in school touching lockers and doorknobs and going to the washroom, and holding pens and whatever, the microsilver keeps killing bacteria and viruses and germs on your skin for up to 8 hours. So it's an ongoing protection. It's very, very powerful here. And of course, we mentioned about the anti-aging skincare line, which of course, me and Ronan are huge fans of, and that's how we look today. I'm actually 85 years old, but I use Fairy Flawless, and then look at my skin. I'm actually 46 years old. Um, we talked of course, already about the microserver protection. And by the way, I was actually losing my hair before, just through, I guess, sort of, generic balding for men. And the Fountain of Life actually started to grow my hair back, and now I have a full head of hair again, basically. And however, people were actually putting the Fountain of Life into their hair, and that had great growing effects. So, but they're also using perhaps really bad quality shampoo. So our company made the world's most advanced shampoo, body wash, and conditioner. And you've got to use our shampoo and conditioner lines. We have things like biotin and acai berry and aloe vera. It's a very, very powerful product. Thank you, Ronan, for showcasing, his table full of course, the Safe Home Revolution products here, right? But of course, don't forget we have our amazing fashion heritage that goes back, again, our CEO's family has been in the manufacturing heritage of jewelry for, since the 1880s, essentially. And of course, we're just so proud to have, so many celebrities, so much media accolades, over 350 celebrity clients, being seen on The View, Emmy Awards, Toronto Film Festival, Golden Globes. And, we're having just so many fashion companies. We had the Toronto Fashion Academy come to us, wanted to do an event with us. We're having a fashion show being hosted on June the 6th at our world headquarters, right? So, we really have just a great philosophy in our products, which is that if it exists, make it better. If it doesn't exist, then we're going to go and create the world's first and best of that thing itself, too. So, from jewelry, timepieces, footwear, handbags, scarves, twillies, sunglasses, opticals, leather goods, hosiery, and more. And in short, everything that you do from the moment you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you wash your face. We have all the products you use, over 30 different scenarios where you will use the products, and why use products from the malls and from the stores that are lower quality. Why not use your own company's products? Okay, so of course, you are all invited to be back in style, connect with us, of course. Now, with our head of global expansion and in Sydney, Australia, this is actually where we're so excited to be able to introduce to all of you this gentleman here that our CEO was talking about at the start of the call, Mr. David Raphael. And he's actually again located in your own hometown in Sydney. And however, of course, if you're actually wanting to visit to Canada, more than welcome to. But we're just so glad to have, of course, a gentleman over here. And I wanted to turn the microphone here back to our CEO because I know that he spent so much time speaking with David Raphael for perhaps the last few years here. And just let I guess our CEO do a much better introduction, of course, for David Raphael. So Ramin, do you want to take over here a little bit and share a bit more?
Yeah, well, it's really nice to have somebody of this caliber on board. I launched this company in my home office, and here we are 21 years. Actually, this week was 21 years anniversary. It's nice that we have people of David's caliber here, and we're going to keep building this the corporate side as we build the field side. David will help us with many things. And I'd like to give him the time to come on, say hello to, first of all, his own people, his own country, and they tell us a little about what he saw in Opulence and where he thinks we're going to take this.
Okay, welcome, David Raphael. You are muted at the moment, so just kindly get a chance to just unmute yourself. We will all love, or we're dying to hear from you right now, David. So,
Well, thank you, Renee, and thank you for that warm welcome, Ramin. And look, my sincere apologies. I'm not part of the Cirque du Soleil acrobatic group,
You know
but
what, David? You can shut off your camera because we got your picture on the screen anyway.
Now we
yeah,
know
that's
you're
okay.
down. Now we know you're down under.
Yeah, but look,
There you go.
thank you so much for that warm welcome. And look, thank you, folks. Good morning. I'd like to say good day to our friends in Australia and kia ora to our friends in New Zealand, and a very strong hi to our friends in North America. You know what? I've got my Aussie t-shirt on and you can't see it. So I was going to say Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. But look, thank you so much. Look, when I first saw the list of people that have registered with Opulence over the years, I was blown away. There were so many familiar names there. You know, we're in a country of 27 million people here in Australia and about 5.5 in New Zealand. And this industry in Australia, it's doing about, I don't know, 1.1 billion US. That's in direct selling, and about half of that in New Zealand. So it stands to reason that with the 400,000 registered um, direct sellers we have in Australia from all the companies and about half of that in New Zealand, that I would have bumped into quite a few people that are currently registered with Opulence. So you either know me or know of me. But look, as as per my bio, look, I've worked in corporate for the last 3 decades. I'm pretty hands-on. I've worked in senior executive roles from CEOs to GMs, but my DNA, other than being part of this industry, I have a passion, I have a love affair with the Asian market. It is buoyant. It is, it's the hardworking people there. And, you know, the benefit I had of working in countries like Japan, the Philippines, South Korea, Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, was getting that deep understanding of what you need to do to make the adjustment to develop and accelerate business growth in those countries. What works in America doesn't work in Asia. What works in Australia doesn't work in Asia, and so on and so forth. But you know, this industry, it's all about freedom. Freedom to decide your own future, to follow your dreams, to work as hard as you want or as little as you want. And there is no other profession a person can choose that can enable them to achieve great success in a very short period of time. You know, my introduction to Ramin was back in 2025 through a couple of people that I met in Singapore in a former company. And I did my due diligence with Opulence. I got to know about Ramin and his background and the company. He got to know about me. And I followed the success last year of Opulence with all the Zoom calls on social media, and I was very impressed. And look, myself, like many others in this industry, which I've been in for decades, I've seen the good, I've seen the bad, I've seen the ugly. And the common denominator with companies that fail isn't to do with product or with compensation plan. It's just bad leadership. And I cannot feel deep down in my heart of hearts that based on what I've seen with Opulence and the executive team that I was exposed to on a virtual call, I was overwhelmed. It's like chalk and cheese. My former company, this is without a word of a lie. In my 25 years with my former company, this is in the United States, there were no fewer than 37 executives, CEOs, COOs, CFOs, directors of this, directors of that, VPs of sales that came and went and came and went like a revolving door. And when you have that sort of issue with a company, it sends a bad message to the field. Look at the Opulence executive team. I was on a call with the entire team and I was absolutely blown away. Most of them are there for up to a decade, maybe 2 decades. And that to me is clearly evidence of long and seasoned leadership. You've got high quality product services, the management there under the auspicious fearless leader, CEO Ramin, innovative and responsive to customers' needs. Long-term vision, effective leadership, financially sound. I think you've been in Toronto for 18 years. That's my understanding. Totally debt-free. You evolved, you've changed, you've adjusted, you pivoted. Commissions paid on time. And one of the things that impressed me is you put people before profits. My philosophy in business, or any business or organization or any company, if their interests do not extend simply beyond the role of making money, I repeat that, if their interests do not extend simply beyond the role of making money, to me, they're morally bankrupt. If you put people before profits, you will make money. It's a win-win situation. And finally, when I got on that call with the executive team, I had a flood of emails from the team, welcome me home. And when I see that, and when I see all the calls that I've been on, the Zoom calls, the presenters, the trainers, these are high caliber professional trainers. And I watch the interaction on the chat line. You're a family, you're a community, you care about people. And that doesn't happen in any company in the industry. Take my word for that. So here we are in Australia and New Zealand. We're isolated. In my 30 years in the industry, I've always worked for a company where the headquarters in the United States. And people don't realize how far away we are disconnected in some way physically from the Northern Hemisphere. And I make this bit of a joke with my American counterparts that I can get on the plane from Sydney at 1 o'clock, fly for 12 or 13 hours, arrive in Los Angeles 4 hours before I left. And that would indicate to me that we are literally on the other side of the world. And yet, one of the biggest things we've got going for us, we are sitting on the doorstep of 2/3 of the population of the planet in Asia Pacific. 5 billion people are part of the 8 point something billion people in Asia Pacific. And one of the things that, and I know, Ronan, you relate to this, that Australia and New Zealand, we are unparalleled anywhere in the world in the area of multiculturalism. And this is all documented. It's all on Google if you wanted to check. We have something like 18% of Aussie Asians in Australia and the same in New Zealand. And New Zealand is projected to have 33% Kiwi Asians by 2048. So you've got Chinese. There's something like 400,000 Filipinos that are here in Australia. And I attended a function a couple of weeks ago with some Filipino friends in a little Filipino restaurant. And there was a big plaque on the wall which said, my home is Australia, my heart is the Philippines. So I guess the reason I'm sharing this with you is that we have the opportunity to build all those markets in Asia Pacific through people that are actually living in our own country, the Filipinos, the Vietnamese, Singaporeans, Chinese. And that is one of the things that really attracted me to the markets in Asia. Asia Pacific has 40% of the $170 billion global sales, 40%, and 57% of distributors globally. But what is very remarkable is that eight of the 24 top $1 billion and more companies are in Asia Pacific. That's 1/3. The wellness category is 32% of global sales, with 39% in Asia Pacific and more than the Americas and Europe, with Indonesia, Hong Kong, Indonesia, India, Taiwan, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand have an excess of 50% in wellness products. So it's a no-brainer. We're in the right market, we've got the right product, and we've got the right market to target. So it's a new chapter opening up in ANZ, a new beginning, if you will. And as Sanaz mentioned and Ramin mentioned, my role based in Sydney, I want to endorse and enhance the existing corporate image and plan on doing this by coordinating regular bi-monthly Zoom calls, local training events, and literally localize the ANZ market to mirror the very unique facilities of the Home Office in Canada. And we will do that in time. All the calls that I've been on, the web, the Zoom calls for the global market, the interactive, the recorded. I was on a call the other week on the dashboard and the back office. These are people that want to know how to operate their back office on the comp plan, on recognition, on product, the invitation process. To have Ramin get on a call and speak about the comp plan, I've never seen that in other companies. So you walk your talk. And these are calls that are hosted by top leaders, top presenters. And we've got them all in this company. And they've been here for a long, long time, seasoned, tried, and tested. The call that I got on last week, or I think earlier this week, I think Maria on the launch pad, and she mentioned that 90% of the people that join Opulence stay. That's an amazing retention rate. And she spoke about family, about community. And while she's speaking, I'm watching the chat line, and these people are so excited to be part of something that's very, very, very huge. As leaders, you want to be part of a company that has great rewards for the least amount of risk. And I believe without a shadow of doubt that if you consider the hard facts, not my opinion, but the hard facts, you will not find a greater financial opportunity with the least amount of risk than with Opulence Global right now. I mean, fact number one, Opulence is just entering another stage of momentum. And if you want to invest in a company that is getting ready to experience exponential growth, there is no other company like Opulence. And the growth lies directly ahead of us, especially with the markets here that are still so untapped. In excess of 90% of companies, and Ramin, you mentioned this in one of your earlier calls, of companies in the industry are out of business within 5 years. Why? Many reasons, I guess. Poor management, ineffective leadership, greedy owners, bad planning, lawsuits, to name a few. Opulence has stood the test of time for 21 years, completely debt-free and rock solid, never been late on a check, and is operating on a built-to-last mentality, which is huge. And finally, you've got the longevity, the growth. You've got that with your leaders, you've got that with you, with the field, you've got that with your corporate team. And, I guess you got the best of both worlds, rock solid for 21 years and showing all the signs of becoming a billion-dollar company. So just to summarize, I honestly believe that anyone that joins this amazing company and build their business right now at this unique and historical moment in time have the greatest opportunity to reap enormous financial rewards. One of the things that I've noticed in the last 5 years, just prior to COVID and during COVID, is a changing landscape. That was brought about by COVID, and that opened the doors in the industry for people. And that's why you're seeing more and more people, especially here in Australia and New Zealand. But the prerequisite to work in a company is you can work from home for 3 days. And that really sets the alarm bells off for women that have families, that have kids. And that's why our industry now is so buoyant, with 80% of people in the industry women, entrepreneurial women. These are the Gen Ys, the Gen Zs. They are the future of the industry. So the landscape has changed. Change is not only constant, but we must embrace that and we must be part of the change. And all of us on the call right now, we're the architects of our own future. We're trailblazers and pioneers, charting a course for generations to follow. And what are we doing? We're giving and sharing the gift of health. So I would suggest that what we do moving forward to embrace this new landscape, we need to re-energize, reinvent, redefine, reimagine, refocus, and get that sense of fulfillment in making a difference in other people's lives. And guys, where we go from here is only limited by imagination. Tomorrow is an hour. One company, one team, one dream, one system to the billion. Thanks, guys, so much for being on the call. And I look forward to having these regular calls every 2 weeks, having these amazing people from the home office. They're here to help you. You're not in business on your own, okay? We're a family, we're together, we're a community, and it doesn't matter whose line you're in. It's one support system across the board. Thank you so much, guys. Back to you, Ramin. Appreciate your time and your courtesy.
Thank you, David. You know what? Again, I'm glad I'm on this call. Will not miss that. And here's another reason why I want you in this call. When you're 21 years old, you have a lot of returning customers and returning distributors. And I run into people all the time, oh, I'm back now. And so very rarely people leave here to go to another company, it's very rare for us, but it does happen once in a while. So sometimes I run to somebody, I say, he said, well, I've been following you. And then I said, when did you come back? And what I hear a lot is that, I just didn't feel right coming back. My upline is not here. And, I just didn't know how to come back. Sometimes maybe they didn't leave, in the proper manner. But I just want to be here to say, welcome home. Welcome home, 21 years old. And we love to have our Australia team going. second wave and take it all across that beautiful, beautiful continent. With what's going on with network marketing, I'm so proud in a way because even today, I don't know if you guys heard, a company that was a multi-billion-dollar company, Forever Living. Did you hear about that? Out of MLM.
Wow.
That company's old, like 25, 30 years old.
Wow.
And this is not the first one that's gone from billion to zero. I mean, they didn't close, but they've got a lot of MLM. That just opens up the door, the opportunity for us, companies like Opulence, because these hundreds of thousands or millions of people, they're looking for home, especially now with what's going on with the war and the COVID before that, and AI boom was coming out. MLM will take a boom. And the companies who've been forefront of this, I talked about this in 2020, and they're going to fill their market, and that's Opulence. There's no other company in history of MLM that has over 1,047 SKUs, that has genuine, authentic, designed and manufactured by that company. Not even Amway. Amway sells other people's products. This is only us. No other company in the whole industry that has a global reach as we do. We sell the Font of Life in 141 countries. We have 204 countries and territories in our database because we're designed to be an e-com business. We call it affiliate e-com. So I look forward to having our team Australia join the fun, join the party, join the expansion. And I would say we don't need money, we need talent. And I look forward to getting back in a very big way our Australian talent. I know, Ronan, you're smiling quite a lot, and this is probably close to your heart.
Yeah.
10 years for you. Go ahead, tell us. I mean,
12.
12 years for
12.
you. Well, before I give you the floor, actually, let me give it to the SVP. I was over here, it's like late, that she just left the office, and I know that she's probably very tired. Sanaz, you want to give a little welcome to our Australian team? New Zealand, Australian. Okay.
Sorry, it seems like all of us are having technological issues. Technologia. Well, you know what? Look, I'm still excited. I'm exhausted, but I'm very pumped up. It's been a very, very incredible week. It's been a big week as we celebrated 21 years. And, you know, I feel like it's such a fitting week in so many different variables. Like, first, like Renee said, we just had the most incredible, power tour. And our power tour really, was amazing. It was really nice. I actually saw people that I had not seen. Here we go. There we go. I actually saw people that I had not seen at the office this past week for like 8 years. And like you said, CEO, it's really nice to kind of get some old faces. And I'm like, oh my God, today was another day. I had another person said, oh, I got the 21-year anniversary poster. And I just felt compelled to come back and see what you guys are doing. And I gave her a big hug, and she was with her friend. And they ended up buying tons of product, renewed, reactivated. And then, Thursday we had our health seminar, which was last night. And it was like, again, I saw the Niagara team there. I hadn't seen the Niagara Falls team for a while. We had people that flew in from Ottawa. We had people that flew in from Winnipeg. So it's just, it's nice to have that. Like David said, we are a community of entrepreneurs working together. And what was really interesting? We had a guest there. We had 14 naturopath doctors there last night. I mean, wow. That is huge. Every table had a naturopath. And you know what's the coolest thing? We had like United Nations in our office yesterday. And it was like you had the Asian group, and you had the Middle Eastern group, and you had the Somali group, and you had like the African group, and you had the French group, and you had the Latino group. And it was the coolest thing. And you had the Asian group, and then you got the us group, the diaspora. And it was just like really cool. And I think that's what makes Opulence Opulence. One team of community entrepreneurs working together hand in hand to build a billion. And here's what I will tell you as a little secret. We have some big networkers joining us, and Australia, New Zealand. Let me tell you, from the Renee, I feel like he's become product development trainer because he's such a big advocate of the products. For those of you who know us as Global Wealth Trade, we have rebranded to Opulence because not only do we do jewelry now, but we are also doing beauty, personal care, phenomenal products. We are like now an ecosystem of products. And like Ronan said, he loves his skincare. I mean, look at me. I look 10 years younger myself. And last but not least, what's really incredible, our oral care has taken our oral health to the next level. Fountain of Life is just God's gift. I keep on saying it's God's gift. It came to us in a miraculous way. It has become that phenomenal product that is life-changing. It's divine intervention. Like, it's just incredible. Collagen is a collagen peptide that's absolutely epic. Are you ready for I know my Aussie team is going to like this. I know my Australia team is going to really love this. We are coming out with an incredible, healthy chocolate. And the healthy chocolate, it's going to be love in every bite, health in every bite. Because it's not just chocolate, it's healthy chocolate. It's dark cacao. And I already have some leaders that are calling in. They're getting positioned. They're getting ready, just like collagen, like our Thailand team. David, I don't know if you know, our Thailand team came in because of the collagen. So they joined well before the collagen was launched. They ended up falling in love with Fountain of Life and Divine. And then when collagen hit there, boom, they hit the ground running. Well, now we got all the chocolatier fans that are coming on board, and we're going to be getting into healthy, edible chocolate and cookies and bars. And are you ready for wait, I got to do a drum roll. Introducing Libido chocolate. So yes, we're going to be also doing some healthy relationship libido chocolates. And that is why I am so excited. Okay, that's all, folks.
I have to tell you, the chocolate is really good. Our chocolatier is French, from France. So he brings his chocolate from France. We actually had some people here that came from some type of MLM chocolate, some big leaders, and they were tasting ours today, and they said, no, this tastes a lot better than the one we had because so the quality of it. In any event, look, guys, we're excited. We're absolutely excited. So, Ronan, how does it feel for you?
It feels amazing, and I don't want to take too much of the time because personally, I would love to hear some of our partners. I would love to actually start with the new ones that only been with us for 2 months and achieved LD1 and already storming Queensland, because it's good to let the new fresh blood maybe share with us in a few minutes how is their experience from entering, what they see into the future. I would love to hear that. To everyone that's with us, if there was a lot of information today, it's just to give you a feel. We are going to have many trainings, and we're going to spread them over the days and the nights. That means I know that my Israeli crew that is already in Queensland now operating, we are probably going to do trainings, launchpad trainings, product trainings. We'll do them in the evening times in Australia. And I think that corporate will also provide, as far as I understood, they'll provide morning time. So we'll be able to cover all the zone, because I know I've spoken to quite a few of you, and mornings are sometimes challenging. We do have some people that are actually in markets now, like Sheridan. She's selling another product and she's with us. It's amazing. I didn't think she'll make it. So from my point of view, I'm excited. I'm in love. Without this crew, I wouldn't have had the beginning 12 years ago on the 14th of March, 2014. It's really the Australians and New Zealand that got me started, and I'm so thankful for them. So if maybe Lior or Bella, if you guys, or Daniela, if you want to share maybe your entry in the last 2 months, what happened?
What we'll do, we'll allow them to speak in just a minute. I think we have one more slide for our previous team, which is a promotion we have to welcome you back. There's actually 2 promotions there. If Renee, we can go to that last slide, so then we can open it for everybody. And basically, here's what we're doing. And whether you've been renewed or you've not been renewed, even for 10 years, it doesn't matter. Just renew once, and you're back in. That's simple. It's $100, $99 Canadian. And it's not even that. The second thing is we're going to give you a free gift because it's like a welcome gift. You're going to get try the iconic Fountain of Life and one of our micro silver fluoride-free toothpaste, which is my favorite product. I think it's the most important product in the world, our toothpaste, because children using fluoride toothpaste every day, and it's poison. It's the back of the toothpaste, clearly has a poison sign, tells you it's poison. So yet they're using it. Well, so that's what's important to me about toothpaste. No fluoride, no alcohol, micro silver. And so we're going to give it to you as a gift. So you're going to get two of the most important products we have. FOL and a toothpaste. Just register 1 year. Doesn't matter if you're behind 3 years, 5 years, doesn't matter. 1 year, you get the gift. You're back on original position, original rank, original rank, and as if you never left. So with that, I'll pass it back to you, Ronald.
This is amazing. Yeah, I don't know if most people know, but normally you have to pay $100 for every year you did not renew. And for most people here that could have been already 8 years, you guys can just save $700. This is incredible. I see there's only a 1 month period, so we can't sleep on our laurels. We'll need to be very, very fast, so nobody will miss out on that. And as I said, from my point of view, I've done enough talking. I would love to hear the people. I really would love to hear how the new guys are and anyone else that wants to share.
Say hello. Welcome, Mr. David Raphael, to your team, Team Australia and New Zealand. And Samuel, when I come back, I would need you to put up an Opulence hookah song. Right? So start working on that because I look forward to that. You can just unmute yourself, everybody, and just say hello. So you said Bella, right? Okay, so we're
Bella asked to unmute. I just did. And Daniela. There, I see Daniela's hand is up. Daniela, I think you can just.
Hello, Bella. Yes, you're muted. Yes, go right ahead, Bella.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hello,
I hope
Bella.
that you can see us because we cannot see ourselves.
hello,
Hi, Bella.
everybody.
You can see picture.
Yeah, 1 second. Probably the technology is working very well today.
We can hear you. That's the most important part. Why don't you share with us your last 2 months?
Yeah, the last 1 month was really amazing. Look, things that there is things that I don't think that I can share here. It's much more spiritual stuff. I think that what actually started our business here. I think that we have a lot of people that are really spiritual people that actually can connect to this product. I call him the fountain. This is in our thing, it's the fountain. It's giving us the connection. I'll call it the trio, the body, the mind, and the spirit. Yeah, it's I found that this product need to have a bit more respect and recognition. At least like the divine, it look much better in how the bottle look. So let's start with that first. Yeah, it did miracles to us. It's made miracles to our families. We have Bella's mother that she's our ambassador for that, coming from dementia in a couple of days. Yeah, so I wish to meet you all, especially Ramin, because I have a lot of stuff to talk with him in person. I believe that I can give him some insight for directions from a person that he ex-Israeli to a person that I really like because the old Persian, it's really very, very with my art. Yeah, so I have a lot of things that I want to bring in, and I want to keep it in the family, in the Opulence family. So yeah,
Welcome home, Bella. Welcome home.
Well
Thank
said.
you.
Would you share with us the parade that you do, you and your whole team, every time you take Fountain of Life? You
look,
know it in English or only in Hebrew?
no, I have my prayer now. It's in English. We started with English. We translated to Hebrew to Russian. We also have, as I understand now, Rafael Bento is now with his team translating it to Amharic, that it's the Jewish language in Ethiopia. Actually, we want to do more cards that will be inside everyone that get the fountain. I can share with you our blessing because I cannot type it in, it's a long one. And the blessing is like that. I enter this moment with gratitude and respect. I honor and trust the wisdom of this medicine to work for the highest and best for my spirit, body, and mind. May the medicine allow love, peace, joy, and abundance to flow through me. May the medicine release whatever, balance, whatever is no longer serve me. I call all my guardian angels and my ancestor spirits to support me on my journey with this medicine. It's done, it's done, it's done. And let me take one dropper. I know that you don't see it, of the fountain of life, because we cannot have a blessing without taking the fountain.
I'll join you.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, me
Me
too.
too.
You're my bottle now.
This was beautiful, Lior. Thank you very, very much. And for anyone that is hearing us or seeing this recording, never give up on people, because when Lior approached me the first time, he was so negative. He didn't want to even try Fountain of Life. He didn't want to hear about anything. We had a 4.5 hour conversation. He woke up in the morning, he called me, and he was a completely different person. Somehow Fountain came to him in his dream or something, and he became from negative to the most positive, the most inspired character I've seen in a long time. So it's really been a pleasure. I would love to hear Daniela too. I think she is also a very unique character that is, yeah, she's doing incredible things.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, we
Hola.
Hola, Renee. How are you? Hello, everyone. I wish you could see me so you can see my face as well. After starting using the serum, I really enjoy. So I have joined Opulence maybe 2 months ago. Before I joined.
Welcome home.
Oh, thank you very much. Leo was the one that came up with the Fountain of Life for me to try it. I experienced it for a few weeks before I started to, so I want to know what it is. I teach people how to grow food. I teach kids, and, I have a business for 5 years that is an education for people that are learning how to grow food. It's all organic. So I speak about health all the time, and I understand how plants work I understand how the mechanism of the plants work when they defend, when they protect themselves from the natural disaster. And I see how the extraction from Fountain of Life to the pine tree is so strong. So I connect with that a lot. Even on, I had my birthday party with 70 people, and I did a little ceremony where everyone tried the Fountain of Life. I believe in the product, so I can speak the truth. And I am very happy. I always say that I wanted to team up a team. So when I did my studies with plants, I joined the Gold Coast City Council. I worked for them for 2 years. I thought there was a team that would help me to do something with the planet and with the people. It didn't work very much. We had to spray lots of chemicals around the gardens, and that wasn't something I wanted to do. So I left and I built my one business, which the name is Rosemary Gaia. So with that, I am looking for a team where I can also team up and do something to the planet and to the people. And I am really, really happy and really appreciate that opportunity to be with all of you. And yeah, it's super amazing. Thank you very much for
Thank
that
you,
opportunity.
Daniela.
Thank you, Daniela. Renee, do you want to bring the old crew, Samuel and Joy? And I've been doing enough talking. You take over.
No. I mean, you're doing a great job there, Ronan. So I do see, of course, Samuel, one of our diehards, of course, one of our legends in the company. And Samuel, good evening. How are you?
Yes, kia ora, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Great to have you here with us, Samuel.
Yes. Well, all I can say is, well, I'm that pumped. It's amazing, to actually get started with the new chapter with Australia and New Zealand is I've been waiting for this opportunity for a very, very long time to get things down the southern end of the hemisphere happening. And to have all the heavyweights on tonight is absolutely wonderful, which you don't normally get that in Zoom calls. So I'm very grateful that we've got all our heavyweights on tonight with Opulence. Uh, Sorry to frame it like that, but I'm just the way it is. First of all, our CEO founder Ramin, the gratitude that I give you, Ramin, is something overwhelming, and for the length of time that I've known you, throughout the 10 years that I've been in with Opulence, and the places that I've been, that you've been there, and on different parts of the sides of the planet that we've been together, and all those inspirational talks that you give to me to try and help me build down this end of the hemisphere. I do very, very thank you very much for that. The most thing that I like to thank you again too is for having me a guest on the Lady Arlington, which is Canada's largest super yacht. That was amazing. When I managed to get over there for the opening of Opulence's new showroom, which is another story, of course, that I could talk about. But to have me as your guest on that Canada's largest super yacht was absolutely amazing, Ramin. So I do thank you very, very much for that. Um, Sanaz, SVP, amazing woman. I've spent a lot of time knowing her too, and through all her guidances that she's passed on to me through other parts of the world that I've been on, Bangkok and Canada, and everywhere else. I've actually caught up with the Naz. Has been amazing. I do appreciate everything that she's sort of gave my way to help me improve in the opulence business, and to help me build the empire that's yet to be built. I do thank you very much for that too, Sinez. Renee, uh, opulence youngest millionaire. Like that's how I kind of met you, and and you and I go back a little way too, you know, and I do appreciate the first time when I came to the showroom one time when it was the old showroom, and then you come and pick me up in your Tesla. I think this new Tesla that you had or something, and you know, and we only had to go a short distance to get to the showroom, and it was like a rocket power, you know. Before we probably blinked about 2 or 3 times, and we were actually there, you know, and that was amazing, you know, like that new Tesla or something that you had, and we had photos and all that, and always much appreciated you, Renee, you know, like and always will ever, and the guidance that you've given me throughout the times that I've known you has been absolutely great too, Renee. So many blessings to you, mate, and thank you very much. Ronan, mate, I tell you, you know, like Australia's opened up the Australia market at GWT, Global Wealth Trade back in the day where we were just fashion, you know, and as they were saying, um, they were talking about uh, the opening of that and how many was there in the Australia team was massive. I first signed up in the Australian team, so well done, Ronan. And then here we are again for the next revival of that Australian market again with the help of David. Yes, which is absolutely great too. So um, David, you know, great finally meeting you on this call. Looking forward to be working with you by listening to all the inspirational talks that you spoke while you're on the call. You know, the experience that you've got throughout the industry. I'm really looking forward to actually learning and working with you, and maybe one day they're going to have a convention in Australia again, which I presume they will, and I'll be definitely looking forward to coming over for that too.
That you can
And then
count
saying
on,
that,
Samuel.
yes, thank you. And then saying that, when everyone else on the call, you know, uh, it's great to have you all on the call because it's so important for all of us to be on the call to look at opportunities that can help with our futures and especially for the products and all that we've got and all that that we've got to provide and to help us through the next generation of ourselves and all the rest of it. So I'll leave it there. I do actually appreciate the time to have an actual chat as a pioneer myself from New Zealand. Originated from Australia though, but now I'm back home to New Zealand to move forward with it with the guidance of um, all of you guys that's on the call, David, Ronan, everyone that's on the call actually. So I'm looking forward to many more Zoom calls with each other, and we can go from there. So I'll hand it back now. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Samuel. You're one person that never missed a beat. You've been in every major conferences in Canada. You travel. You've always been here. You're still here. We congratulate you. We appreciate you. So that's fantastic. Joy's on every call as well. She never misses a call. And by the way, I just did a poll. Do you guys see the poll? It's how
Yeah,
often should we have this
didn't
call?
allow me. At least I could not do the poll. Like I
Oh,
don't
you
know if
couldn't
you
click
guys.
it?
Yeah.
No, because Ronan, as a panelist, you can't do the poll. Only for the guests can do the poll.
Okay, got you.
Can somebody click one of those if you see it? I'm gonna see if it works.
But I looked at the numbers, it was 000. So
Okay, I'm going to relaunch the poll one more time. So
Go ahead.
please, everyone go and make sure you choose one of these three options here. Okay. So we would like to start doing calls for, of course, your market. And we're looking at weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. So please take your pick. I feel monthlies is not enough. And so I think really the vote is between weekly or twice a week, basically.
Okay, it's working. Somebody clicked on it. Okay,
There we go.
very good.
Yep. So
Okay, everyone's on weekly. Okay, good, very good.
So far we've got 4 out of 4 for weeklies, none for bi-weekly, none for monthly. So weekly is in the lead. So please, ladies and gentlemen, do take the time to choose, okay, one of the three options on your poll. But definitely, it's looking like the majority vote are choosing for the weekly meetings for Australia. Joy, yeah, so actually on your Zoom, you should see a poll that was asked to vote for to have a Australia meeting on Zoom once a week, bi-weekly, or once a month. You can also put your answer in the group chat if you'd like. If you don't see the poll on your side, no worries. We'll just keep track of what your yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you for that poll done. Awesome.
We love to
So,
hear from our Australian team. If you want to, just whatever you thought about, the call today, or anything on your thought, any questions, you can tell us when you joined us, whenever you did. We'd love to hear it.
Okay, I'm up. Kia ora,
Hello, Rella.
everyone.
hello, Joy.
Kia ora, everyone. Kia ora from New Zealand, my home. And I've been here. I had to come over here in 2019 because that was one of my whys, was to be with my daughter here. So I've been with her 7 years. I've done a lot here, kind of behind the scenes, but and I'm just grateful. I'm so grateful. This is more of a gratitude to you, Ramin, because I can't believe it. Next month, I've been here 10 years.
10 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Incredible. Hello. And that picture there was taken this year. I actually turned 65 last year. So there you go. Very flawless. Well,
You look amazing.
What can I say? What can I say? Yeah, I love it. And, for me, my story goes back when I saw this. I was working 60 hours. I was working in a RSA club. I was working 60 hours and I knew there was something out there. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, I saw a picture of fashion. I saw it, and it came from Canada. So my upline comes from Canada, which I'm so grateful that I'm still part of it. And funny thing, like 3 months later, I got the opportunity to do an expo. Love it. That feeling. It's just magical when you're in that environment. So I had an opportunity to do that with a handful of the old partners. Samuel was there. And I remember the day I didn't have my products. Everybody had products. That day, my shopping spree, my products, and the banner came. Wow. And since then, I've done 3 expos. I've done one here in Brisbane, right? I have another one lined up for Sydney in September. Hello, Sydney. I'm coming. And the fact that, yes, I had a job. I worked here 3 years. Last year, I actually got let go because I was suffering from an injury. Well, 3 weeks ago, I fell over again, fractured my ribs, my arm. I've got a tear in my shoulder. That's been an injury for over 12 months. So, and I feel that there's always a reason for everything. My mum told me, Joy, whatever you do, there's always something. If you can solve people's problems, you're in a good start. But being Australia, New Zealand, everybody, I've had lots of no's. I have a little team, which I'm so grateful of. So with this reactivation, thank you. I can bring them back. And for me, like living here in Brisbane, it's hot. It's hot here, but I've done my research. I have avenues to get in to do expos because I love it. I love that feeling of meeting people and they see a bottle in your hand and they go, oh, what's that? What's that? Come and try. So I'm just grateful for that because I can, what other company allows you to go out and do that? And for me, I'm grateful. And the funny thing is, Fountain of Life has changed my life. I joined when I was in menopause. Oh my gosh, you know that name? I lost over 10 kgs. 10 kgs, which is probably what, 25 pounds or whatever. We do kgs here. Sounds heavier. So for me, and it's just changed my whole life. I wouldn't be, I guess, where I am, where I'm still part of. Now I'm on my third bottle of Divine, and I absolutely love the collagen. I put it out there on some lives. I've got people coming in from the US. Oh, what's this collagen? Hello. For me, it's just, yeah, it's amazing. I'm just grateful that we have new blood in Queensland, Brisbane. Hello. I love collaborating with other people. It's either a learning thing to get out and yeah, I'm just grateful. I just wanted to share this with you. And for my OG Samuel. Hey Samuel, he's always there. And and it's time to move. It's time to grow. For me, it's a time of learning. Last year, I got accredited as a menopause coach from a company based in Toronto. So there you go. I think everything leads to wherever it leads to. So I'm grateful, and I will be at this next conference. I said to Samuel, we're going, mate. That's where I need to be. But for now, connecting with David and just some other partners, I get a lot of no's, but who cares? They'll come back. They see what I'm doing. Like when I had this injury, I kid you not, everybody jumped on the bandwagon. Oh, you got to try this. You got to try this. I said, no, I'm waiting for my products. I don't need anything else. 3 weeks I've been on the trio of
Oh,
health.
it's exciting. It's
I
exciting
thank you. I'm
to,
excited.
yeah,
I
where
took
to,
my
where to.
drops. So thank you. And thank you, Ramin. And yeah, obviously, and my My5. So grateful to have you. So that's
Thank you,
me.
Joy.
Thank you. All right.
Good.
Thanks,
That's
Joy.
awesome. I love the vibe. Bella.
Yes, it's not Bella, it's Leo, okay? And it's like we are like two policemen back home, one not to read, one not to write. So I'm the spokesperson. Look, first thank Joy, and I hope that I'll see you soon. I want also from here to send from all our Queenslanders, please reach us. Let's build a big powerhouse here. My other question is here that yes, we talk about Australia today. We don't got a lot of information what is going to be here in Australia. We want to know more about warehousing, shipping here maybe in Australia, that it will be much better, much quicker, much easier to ship bigger volumes. I think that a lot of our partners have a problem with heavy weight, that shampoos and stuff like that, it's not easy to ship. So
What we'll do, Lior, is that we're just getting into in Australia. We ship all the time, so there's no issues going in there whatsoever. As a matter of fact, we ship some. But as we build, we're going to look into local distribution, of course. And we have other ideas anyways. We have other ideas as well. I mean, what we do worldwide, because we have a lot of experience here, is that we have this thing called the total service, where Australia is easy. There's some countries that are actually tough. And some of the African countries are really tough. Caribbean countries are really tough. So what we do is that we do total service where they get delivered the product directly, and a couple of months later we get charged for it. We do all the clearing and everything, so locals don't have to do anything. So we have all those options. We'll just find out what those fees are, and we put it onto the zone pricing for the country, and then it becomes seamless. You don't have to do anything. So we
Yeah.
got all of those, and so we are going to anytime the market is ready, we're ready to launch the systems that we already have in place.
Yeah, why I'm saying that, because I'm in a country, and yes, I'm in a country and where we were lucky that we're not so far away from a post office, only 30 kilometers. But I'm going now into big family of people that we are connected in Western Australia, really country, Western Australia. And shipping there will be really remote, really remote. I'm talking people that living between 50 to 100 kilometers from a post office.
I know. Canada's the same. In Canada, we got some really. Canada's worse. We got places the post office doesn't go, so they have to deliver the post on a skidoo.
Really?
We are going to do it on kangaroos here because fuel is too expensive.
Well, CEO, at least we have another warehouse if we need over in Queensland because the and Bella have a Himalayan salt business and all other things that they ship around, and he has 30 acres of land there, so there's a lot to be done. That's why we're going to use this land to
Absolutely.
do very
You know what? We have David. We have David Raphael now, so run all those ideas by him, and anything. Yeah, you guys have a local executive. Absolutely, we're ready to build.
Well, thanks for that.
Really, Ramin, really want to meet you. It's
Same.
something that, look, it's something that I believe in the moment that I saw you, and I actually saw you after I actually have the fountain in my hand. I was really against that. I said, I'm not going to another, what I called before, pyramid scheme. And I think that one sentence for me that was triggered, Ronen step in big time, really big time. After the Zoom that I was invited, I came in, talked with Ronen. We finished with nearly 5 hours the same day and 20 hours on the same week. So I'm sorry that he was more with me with other clients, with other options. But I think that the beginning of a different approach to selling the fountain, it's coming. It's coming big time. I think that the time that we're living today, that it's uncertain, and we saw it in Dubai. I was already there, have the tickets already, the flight ticket, everything. Everything was ready, and it's gone. Actually, I have the flight
Everything happens for a reason, Lior.
to Israel and back. Yeah, it's
Everything
all for
happens
reason.
for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And I can tell you, our people are more excited because we're going to do the conference in Canada instead, so you can see this gorgeous place. So everyone's excited to come to the world headquarters. We do a convention here, big fashion show, something we could not do in Dubai, and also go to Niagara Falls, do that trip. You're going to have a lot more fun in Canada. Trust me on that.
Yeah, look, the Olympics coming soon to Brisbane, so I hope that Opulence will come earlier. And the next convention will be here. And yeah, because that will be a huge one. It will be pre-Olympics. Pre-Olympics. Let's think about it.
2032. Yeah. You know what? If Brisbane can do as good as Sydney did in 2020, it'll be a really great place here.
Look, Sydney, it's south of the border. They are Mexicans. We are here really Australians.
Well, you know what they say about Queensland. It's beautiful one day, perfect the next. I love Queensland. It's absolutely beautiful. Can I just say a few words real quick? I know it's very late in the call, and I know you guys are late in North America, but Danielle, Bella, Samuel, Joy, thank you so much. That feedback was amazing. Samuel, you know what? I am a very ardent sport enthusiast, and I've got a lot of Kiwi friends. And for those of you that don't know, the greatest rivalry in the history of rugby is between the All Blacks and the Wallabies. and they have the Bledisloe Cup, and Australia has not won that in living memory. And whenever I go to New Zealand, I wear my Wallaby shirt, and it really, really upsets my colleagues in New Zealand. So, Samuel, it's good to hear your conversation about your experience. Bella, yeah, you're in the beautiful part of Queensland, in Brisbane. And thank you, Joy, for your and Danielle. This was the inaugural call. We planned this call a few weeks ago. It caught everyone by surprise. And the idea is to build the numbers from one call to the next. And I want to just clarify something. There's two definitions of bi-monthly. Okay, bi-monthly should mean every second month. Bi-weekly is twice a month. But if you go into Google, it comes from the Latin term bi, which can actually mean twice a month or twice a week. All right, so I want to make sure people understand that for the intents and purposes, bi-monthly is twice a month. Bi-weekly, have I said that correctly? You know what I'm saying. Anyway, look, you got superstars here in Ronan and Renee. Guys, you represent the best of the very, very best. And anyone that wants any training at all, they couldn't be in safer hands. So we're looking at Queensland, Melbourne, Sydney, WA, New Zealand, the Great White Cloud. And look, guys, I'm fully approachable, okay? Everyone's got my email. They've got my cell phone. I'm on Messenger. I'm on WhatsApp. One of the things I learned a long, long time ago, if you look at any corporate structure, anywhere in the world, a corporate structure, you've got a triangle. The CEO's at the very top. Under the CEO, you've got the directors, you've got the managers, you've got the frontline people. And at the very, very bottom, you've got the front office staff that come in. In direct selling, you switch that triangle upside down. Everyone at the top, the CEO works for everyone. We're here working for all our partners. We're here for you, okay? And when I got that call last week, and Maria said that you're in business, but you're not in business by yourself. We're here to support you. So the support system that I see at Opulence is second to none. And, we're going to really explode the markets here in Australia and New Zealand. We've got a great team, and I'm here to support you any way I can, guys. So I just want to mention that, okay? I look forward to our next call very, very soon. And thank you all for being on the call. Yeah, been absolutely amazing.
Let's talk about that. Are we going to do this what day, if it's weekly? You want to announce that later on? Maybe put a poster out?
From my experience, Saturday's been a good day. But that's just my experience from all the companies I've worked at.
Well, you live there, so anyone else in the chat, the locals, you want to give us some your opinion? Super Saturday Joy, okay. Saturday Bella, okay. That's Parlior, okay. Looks like Saturday.
Saturday evening or Saturday morning? What do you guys prefer?
I like that. Super Saturday. I love that.
That's Joy. Morning.
Yep. I think morning's the best.
Bella, Lior. Good.
What time is it right now in over there?
It's coming up to about 12:30.
Okay, so this is we're not getting any consensus here. Oh, one says morning, one says now, one says evening.
Just to clarify, guys, we're talking about a corporate call. As I said, there's going to be other calls we have one system and one company, so it's going to be the same trainings, just they're going to be trainings that are done by the network, people like myself, Rafael Bendor, and others that will grow and join. Because one thing I want to talk with all of you, not today, it's about the qualified host, presenter, and trainer qualification and certification, which does not exist in any other company in the world. It is a big, big advantage here, and I would like all of you to enjoy it. But we'll talk about it next time. So from what I see, corporate, David, you want to run mornings? And we will
I'll think about 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock on a Saturday morning, Super Saturday. This is a corporate call. And the idea is that we lock this into the website, the same way you've got all the other calls there. But we can theme the call differently every single time. The idea is to bring people to the call, not to hear from me necessarily, but to bring Sanaz on 1 week, to bring Renee on 1 week, to bring on product, on the invitation process, on the comp plan, but cherry pick what we really want. We rely very much on the people on the call. What do you want to hear about? What's the thing that really concerns you most? All right, but just vary that from week to week. But I think Saturday, if we lock that in, call it a Super Saturday, about 11 o'clock.
Yep.
That should work.
I have 23 people that could not join us due to the morning time. So that was my feedback on the group too. We'll have to supply evening trainings because it also restricts the Israelis that have Australian in their team to be here, because for them it's like 3 and 4 in the morning. So I think if we do when we do anything in North America, which is morning, it sort of goes through the whole spectrum of everybody else, because they are the last and Australia is the first. So any calls that we will do, just so you'll be aware, morning time Australia will probably suit the Australian market, but it will prevent the other groups to do. So I know we will do our own things too, on top of what corporate does, which we all need to do. We can't depend on corporate. We need to do our own promotions. We need to do our own things and get supported by corporate when we can. So
it's very flexible. Yeah, we can work around and see what works best for everyone. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, everybody, it's 11 o'clock at night here. I'm going to go a long day. Good to be in Australia. See you guys again. I look forward to. I'm excited for this, and I'll be there whenever I'm called upon to be there. We have the best corporate team on the planet, the most qualified. We won the most awards, most accolades, scores of celebrities and dignitaries and awards. We're all here to help you and to expand all across the beautiful land of New Zealand and Australia. With that,
and a massive, massive thank you to you, CEO and SVP, because I've been 25 years in MLM before this company. I don't think I've ever met the owner of any company I've been with for more than about 5 seconds on some stage, and they gave me some pep talk. So it is so big deal that we have the owner, the SVP with us. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good weekend. God bless.
Thank you again. Thank you, everyone. What a great call. Let's go, Aussies. Have Australians and New Zealanders.
Tell us the recording, Renee, yeah?
Renee.
Send us the recording, because we have a lot of people waiting for it, Renee.
Renee, real quickly, I saw a picture of you and your sons. My goodness me, they're the splitting image of their dad.
Oh, thank you. Thank
you.
Got two
boys, right?
Sorry?
You got 2 boys?
Yeah, I got 2 boys. Yeah, 14 and 16.
Yeah, they look amazing. Absolutely, just like their dad. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
and I'm sure they play tennis too, like their dad.
I hope. You know what? I'm very blessed to have spent so much time with them, being full-time in the business. Yeah, so I was just so blessed that this company has given me so much, not just, of course, financial freedom, but the time to spend with my kids and become a really active father. And even tonight, you know, I'm always driving them somewhere still, hanging out with them still. So I'm just very blessed. So thank you, David. Thank you so much.
That's so important. God bless you, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, we forgot to press the record button, Ronan. So
no, I see it says recording.
Oh,
it's recording.
Yeah, it's recording. Just I think you are the host, so if you can just send us the recording, it would be great. Many people wait for it.
Absolutely. Okay,
Ronan, if you need my help, I can help product training or tell them about our testimonials. It saves time.
I need your help, Jasmine.
Absolutely.
I need your help.
I can do. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone, for your time.
Good
Thank
night.
you for coming.
Good night. Good day. Bye, everyone.